Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? Here you go, CheFPV here, Zero Gun FPV. Today, I got on the bench a couple of things that I wanted to show you a little trick. Once again, using a 4S receptacle. I got this with some 4S extensions or leads that I bought in order to make some different battery packs and to repair some other 4Ss. And so with these, we've done a couple of things. We've made LED strips. There's a video on my channel you can check out on how to make a quick and easy LED strip out of these. But yesterday, we were out running the UTT4, and I pulled the power wires. I broke one, and I pulled one free on the little, servo wire adapters that I had wired in. And I had spent all day yesterday kind of prepping some other quads that didn't have any power outs for 5 volts. And then when I got up today, I was thinking about, oh, I got to go fix that, and what do I want to do? Well, I was wondering if this actually would power off of 3 volts. And the reason I was wondering that is, I could power this off of the balance lead port off of just one cell and not affect the pack very much because this is not a huge amp draw. I don't know what it draws amp wise, but I can assume that one little flash every once in a while is not a lot of draw. So how do we do that? Real simple. Same way that we did with the LED strip. We're going to pull all the pins but the 2 we're going to use. So we're going to pull the number 3, 4, and 5 pin because we're going to use pins 1 and 2. And just to show you the kind of science, if you would, behind this, or making sure that we know what pins are what, I've got my voltmeter here. And the way it works is you have voltage coming out of the far pin, which is the first pin. Oops. And then all the other pins are your negative pads for each cell. So by tapping into one cell, the first one, you get 385. By going to the second one, we get 2 cells, 770. 3 cells, and then 4 cells worth of power. So you could pull power at all those different rates, 1 cell at a time. Now again, if you're doing something heavy amp draw, like even LEDs, I'm real careful about. Because I'm using 12 of the 16 volts, I'm a little more, willing to do that. If I was pulling a 5 volt LED, I wouldn't do that off of 1 or 2 cells. I think that you would stress the pack a little bit too much, just because a big LED strip would draw more. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this real quick. I just wanted to show you. So take your needle nose, and again, we're going to use pins 1 and 2. So all these other pins literally will just snap off or pull out if you just use your needle nose and kind of twist them. They pull right out. And I'm doing that just for safety wise. I don't want one to get bent in a crash and tear up and short out on another one, anything like that. So I just pull them all out. So there you go. So first step done. Now we've got only the 2 remaining pins. Remember, first pin is the positive, and then all the subsequent ones are the negatives. So clip that. I'm going to leave a good 4 inches, 5 inches on there. A couple of things you got to not forget to do is you're going to need some shrink tubing. So separate them down a little bit further. I've got some small shrink tube here. Just cut off some small pieces. So all right. So we got that on there. Got them peeled back a little bit on the shrink tube, and now we will pre-tin everything. All right, and like we said, we're going to go positive on the first one. There we go. All right, so now we've got both of these. Hey, what's going on, guys? I got CheFPV here. Just wanted to jump in real quick and explain something that I have in the video that actually I want to change. Though you can run this thing at 3 volts, I suppose you might want to get a little more power just to ensure it doesn't go into low power mode. So thanks to Preston Garrison of the Raceflight crew, he mentioned that they've been doing this and that if you slid the pin over, you could get more voltage, which obviously I knew you could get. But I was worried about running more than 5 volts through this thing because I've always been told that these transponders can only handle 5 volts. But just goes to show, do a little research, and on the website you can see that the TrackMate will handle 16 volts, and ILaps already sells a similar kind of setup that's running off the second pin. So I'm going to say that it can easily handle 9 volts for sure, though there's no real documentation on it. So running the pin over is real simple. All you got to do is you're going to use the needle nose pliers and just pull this pin out. It's already soldered and everything, and then you can slide that pin over into now the 3rd hole. So the setup to run is actually, you're going to want to run is going to be the 1st pin and the 3rd pin, and that'll give you 8.4 volts on a fully charged battery and about 7 volts on a discharged battery. So there you go. Thanks, Preston. Thanks to everybody else. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the mix-up. And shrink tube down. Hit it with a little heat. Now, let's do it. You ready? Watch this. So remember, this is only going to get 3.8. So do you see it? There it goes. It's flashing. Come on. Did I miss it again? There it goes. All right, so she's flashing, so we know it's working. So we now are running our lap timer off of 4-cell pack, but we're only running 1 cell worth of juice. And there you go. How to quickly make yourself a powered by your battery pack lap timer. Fly safe, fly smart, guys. Just fly.